TikTok review time. I'm going to do one a day. This is our one for the day. I'll finish up this one. Looks like we got about another 15 minutes to go on this one. Let's go.
How you feel about dating in general as a person past a certain age. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
I'm ready to get back up. Indeed.
Look at that. Look how innocent they can look. Man, women, I love them. And, you know, I like how they can be all short, you know, sugar spice and everything. I think they ruthless. Ruthless, and especially when it comes to dating a men. You make the cut, you make the cut. You don't, this woman don't give two F's. She don't give two F's about you. And music, sad music, this girl will cut your throat.
Just the fact that I'm saying it cracks me up. However, I haven't done it in so. Some people say, well, you know, just try the dating apps. You know, I'm just gonna be honest.
All right. When they say, and I was a detective in robbery division with the Houston Police Department for 2 years. I'm retired now, obviously, after 22 years. But we were taught when crooks say, honestly, sir, or let me be honest. And she just said, I'm just going to be honest. Listen for the lie that comes next. And so she just said something about dating apps, and she's just going to be honest. She's been on them then. This girl's been on them.
Dating app, maybe about 12 years or even longer.
12 years?
Christian legal. And
I mean, come on. Like, I mean, I like how this ambiguity. What were you doing for 12 years? Were you just getting cold approached, or, I mean, were you in a relationship? I mean, it sounds like she just was celibate maybe for 12 years and got off dating apps. I don't know.
there's a lot of hits, but
A lot of hits.
yeah, it scared me for the people that chimed in. They very questionable. So I let that in real quick.
Well, yeah, gaslighting, very questionable. Maybe they didn't like you because you're questionable. I mean, it's gaslighting right there. I mean, right there, you know, if you don't like men, why are you on here talking about men and dating? You know, I mean, that just, you know, you either like men or you don't. And this kind of rhetoric type stuff, yeah, this is you know, you love us, that's why you on here talking about dating, but anyway, gaslighting. Very questionable men on a ton of hits in their dating app. Did you ever go on dates? Did you date anybody from a dating app? Yeah.
And in all honesty,
Gaslighting.
Yeah, but now I am. And I just, here's the thing. I still believe that you can meet somebody to hold that.
Well, dating's a you problem. I don't know why her things keeps cutting out, but dating's a you problem, you know. And if you're pretty, she's pretty by the way, but attitude can. I like the earrings. I love her makeup. I love her hair. I love that hair by the way. Yeah, she's pretty. I love her skin complexion. It's real soft and but she's pretty. But the attitude seems to be the problem. You know, you got to have a good attitude. You know, she still believes you can meet someone in the wild. And what is she gonna say? You can meet anybody anywhere with a good attitude and a very attractive body and whatever, just open heart. You know, yeah. So yeah, it's a you problem. That, I mean, for all of us, dating, men, women. If you're having a problem in dating, it's a you problem. You know, figure out what you need to change in yourself. Get your ego out of the way, and you know, take accountability, and you know, figure out what you can do to be a better dater. I don't know why her thing keeps cutting out. Just start off you, just really simple, you know. Dinner, something like, no, we don't do dinner, by the way. I guess I don't know, we got to get off this lady because her audio cut out. But anyway, no, dinner. We don't do dinners. You know, again, she doesn't know about dating. You know, it's like, no, just have an open heart to where when a good guy meets you, You'll be willing to do, and he's cool and he's hot, whatever. Just be willing to do whatever. You do have to change that mindset a little bit, But yeah, slowly ease back into, trying to. Girl is 58, so I didn't. Not trying to. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true though. You are 58. I'm reading the captions, but I guess because the audio cut out on them. But yeah, you are 58. You just have fun. Go out and have fun. Don't make it so serious. I mean, we men and women are designed to be together. We're not designed to be apart. So, without I think it was the music, maybe dating instructions. Like I said, I haven't. So what I'm asking is, and I've been divorced. So what did you do to, did you do the dating?
I don't know. Tell me. Share some of your experiences with me,
Man, this is so dumb right here, This is a lady trying to, build her TikTok. No. Just go, yeah. Well, this is so dumb. There's some of these ladies get in this space and tell me something you've been through, and build engagement, build followers. All right, this is one trying to make a living. All right.
Information, or some tips on what to do. It's been 3 years.
She won't follow.
Since I left.
Hey, don't give her no tips. Women don't follow your tips, especially with dating. They're gonna go out with the hot guy. All right, let's get somebody real. And by the way, very pretty. Where's the other earring? I think she's only got one on. But hey, I like the one she does have on, and I like the way her hair's cocked. Oh, I like the hair cocked over like that. Nice shirt. I like the shirt. Nails look good. Ladies, right here, lean. This is a pretty woman. I like it. See what I say, guys? I like that hair too, by the way. Very pretty lady.
Since my divorce was final. And in all that time, I am not ashamed to admit that I have not even talked to a man on the phone. And I haven't gone on one.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Now, I just said all that nice stuff about you. And you're just God dang. You've just been celibate, abstinent at home, reading your Bible. All you ladies out here that are having sex, you not as good as this lady. You not as good.
And truthfully...
Oh, get ready for the lie with truthfully. That's another one. In interview and interrogations, when they say truthfully or honestly, you get ready for the lie.
What kind of scares me a little?
Heck no. Why, you ain't scared of men. You ain't scared of them. You love men. Yeah, you ain't scared. And as pretty as you are, you have no shortage of men trying to get with you.
It was about a month ago. I said, maybe I'm ready to go on a date, but...
Whatever. But anyway, and with an attitude like this, and like I said, she's pretty. And so... she's gonna make it hard for you. I mean, it's not, it's because there's somebody in the background she really likes, and she's probably still dealing with. Any woman that can be slow with their behavior, it means they're dealing with somebody they like in the background. And so they're not real, quick to get with you because they got something going on already, but that something they got going on is either ending or they're tired of it, but they're not yet ready to let it go. And yeah, this lady's going to make you work because I might go on a date. Nah, I haven't been on one in there. Dude, no. No. I mean, this lady's getting approached all the time. She's pretty. She's getting approached all the time,
I don't really know if I am. And I am okay with saying that.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. You just lied to us. I can't believe it.
Was divorced after 25 years. And now I'm just I'm back in the...
Real quick, I love the hair. I love the hair color. I like the earring. Nails are done. Not the big rings, but pretty lady. I like the makeup. I like it. Look at that effort. These ladies that put in effort, it's so nice. There's a lot of ladies that don't put effort, but pretty.
Cool. Back in dating. I'm 58 and I'm dating. I was married for 25 years, 58, and
These are the fun ones. Yeah. Go out with Alpha Chad, Alpha Tyrone, Alpha Enrique, Alpha Muhammad, and just get out there and have fun, lady?
And you know I'm dating my age. I'm not dating. I'm dating my age. So
Yeah, probably not. Now, if you say that, you're probably hitting some lower ages. Because you haven't, you've been married for 25 years.
we're in my age range.
Okay, Dave.
Back in the day, there were a lot of gentlemen. Like even if they were kind of
Nothing has changed. For everybody, nothing has changed. We're human beings. We've been around for thousands and thousands of years. God made us the way we made. We have adapted. Our evolution has, allowed those that have adaptations that they've acquired or gone through, and we've been around for thousands of years. Nothing has changed.
door, or you carried your bags. Kind of. I don't know.
That hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. And you guys are dating the bad boys. They've never carried your bags. You guys don't care about the gentleman, faithful Beta Bob, who will carry your bags and write you a poem and, sing you love songs and talk to you all night on a deep conversation. And you'll still go bang Alpha Chad, Alpha Tyrone, Alpha Enrique, Alpha Muhammad right under his nose. We've all been a part of that. I'm not mad about it because I've been the one that, is the one that gets banged, so, and I haven't, I've been both sides, right? But yeah, that's why guys, they kind of they figure it out, and they're like, hey, wait a minute, I did the poems thing, I did the giving chocolates, I did, my mama told me to give, chocolates and flowers, and then she went and banged some guy under the bleachers, the bad boy, what happened with that? I was on the phone with her for 3 hours last night. See, every guy's been, we were Beta Bobs, and we had to learn.
It was. I kind of want to go. What happened?
Nothing.
What happened to that general? What happened? I mean.
Well, a lot of guys realized you liked the bad boy, and that guy didn't get any play. So men adapt. We learn, opening the car door, and you said you were married for 25 years, and your husband probably was pretty good dude, opening the car door, and here you are, divorced, looking for new D. I mean, yeah, nothing's happened, And by the way, I guess the lady earlier was like, the hoo-ha. You guys stick with your hoo-ha. So when you're talking about gentlemen, if the guy's hot enough and sexy enough, I mean, y'all don't care. I mean, how many times, if you had maybe a brother or an uncle or maybe even a father, is trying to get his daughter away from some jerk, and here you guys are, open my door, and so many times we've said, that guy don't even he hasn't called you in 3 months, I don't care, and the girl's like, I don't care. I mean, it got so bad, back in the day, you said back in the day, right? It got so bad, we ended up trying to arrange marriages for you because you guys couldn't make a good decision on who to marry, right? And cultures are like, screw this. Let's, their hoo-ha's stinking for them. Let's go ahead and, arrange who they marry. And then some feminists got, together and y'all got the power back. It's fine. I get it. I kind of prefer not having arranged marriages because because you guys, anyway. But then y'all went back to marrying who you wanted. And now we're up to you guys filing 80% of divorces. So, but you guys don't like who your dad picked, so it's a lose-lose.
Do they just not open doors anymore? Do they just not carry your bags anymore?
Yeah, because that doesn't matter. Big throbbing D, Alpha Chad, dude, you don't care what he opens as long as it's a zipper.
Is everything 50-50?
We ain't doing 50-50. No, you're gonna do what I tell you, and I'm gonna tell you to open your door, and I'm gonna tell you, you sit down in the car, I'll be on the other side. No, it ain't 50-50. No, it ain't 50-50 here. It's 100 here, and you're gonna like me enough. And again, I say that facetiously, but no, you like me enough to follow my lead, and I'm a champion enough because I'll sit there and fight the big bad wolf at the door. I'll die for you, because that's what I'm made to do. I'll protect you. If a guy try to rob us, I'll protect you. I'll get stabbed before you do. But all I ask you to do is open your door, and you can't do that.
Day and then you buy a meal the next day. What is that? What is that?
I'll fight wars for you. I'll die for your freedom in this country. Open your door, please. And bitch.
Because if I can open my own door and I can,
You can pick up a rifle and get on the front lines the next time we go to war. Or we can just say, it's cool, you don't have to open my door.
carry my own bags, put fuel in my car, send out to get gas in the middle of the night, wash my own car. What's the point of being in a relationship?
For the D. For the super awesome D, the way I sling it at you. And those orgasms you had right before you went and got gas. You know? I mean, you'll do it for that.
Because you want me to cook and clean and take care. Send out to get gas in the middle of the night.
After I smashed, I did that, okay? And you had awesome orgasms and you were happy about it. Now you're acting like you're not.
Wash my own car. What's the point of being in
And you washed my car too, because I slang that D.
a relationship? Because you want me to cook and clean and take care of you like
No, a good woman wants to cook and clean. I don't care if you cook and clean. If you don't want to cook and clean, you can go ahead and leave. Because you ain't going to be there. You know, but a good woman, a badass woman, you know, because any guy, if you have an experience, if you get a woman talking like this, she's just talking crap. Because this girl that right here, she's probably been with a dude she'd love to do that for. Because she wants to impress them. Women who love and respect you and your daddy, your king chief dog badass in the relationship, she wants to make sure your house is clean and you got some food in your stomach. You know, that's why the scammers ask you, have you eaten today? The scammers from, if you hear that, the scammers, they love that. These ladies love that when the scammers ask them, have you eaten today? And also the women will ask you, have you eaten today? You know? So in other countries, in other cultures where it's a little harder, they don't eat every day because more primitive cultures, right? And so all we ask to do is cook food that we bought from the grocery store, and we're gonna eat it every day. And we ask you to warm it up. And y'all bitch, y'all gotta stop this.
you want me to take care of your bills, you want me to file your papers, you want me to make phone calls for you. You want me to carry on the feminine side of a female, but you don't want to do the man shit?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Man shit is banging you. That's my job. That's man shit. And I told you, if a big bad robber come, I'll die for you. I'll take a stab wound for you. I'm here to fight. If a big bad wolf come knock on the door, I gotta fight that dude. And you can't warm up a sandwich for me? Well, where's the... Yeah. Or you can go to the door when the big bad wolf come with the weapons. And you can go handle that. And I'll do the cleaning. And I'll do the cooking. No problem. Is that what you want to switch to?
What's the point of being in a relationship?
I don't know who needs to hear this right now.
Nobody. I guarantee nobody.
If you're always wondering and questioning what they're doing,
Yeah, then they're in love. Don't listen to her. If they're questioning and wondering what you're doing, men, she's in love with you. Because let me tell you something. She's gonna lie to us because she doesn't like to live in this fear and anxiety. But if she don't care what you're doing, like when you're about to break up with a chick, and you're like, hey honey, I was at the store. Sorry it took me so long. It took me 8 hours to get da-da-da. If you're about to break up, they're like, oh, I didn't even realize you were gone. Like they don't care, Or if they don't like you, hey, this is Steve. We went on a date the other day, or let's say, I took you out twice the other day. Or last week, I had a great date with you, man. It was awesome. I just want to know if you want to go out again. Who's this? Oh, yeah. What you been up to? Oh, yeah. I think I remember. Yeah. No, but if they thinking about what you're doing, oh, that means they love you.
get the fuck out.
No, absolutely not. That's who you love. You love that anxiety. When you're comfortable about what a man's doing, like when you move in and they're comfortable about what you're doing. I like her nails, by the way. I love her hair and I like the glasses. These are pretty ladies that we're dealing with today. I like that stuff. But she's lying about this. They love to worry about us. That means they like you. Women live in anxiety and fear. And that makes them want to, what are you doing? And then if they don't, that's indifference. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. If you don't care where I am at, you're indifferent to what I'm doing. You hate me.
No, you don't have time for that bullshit in your life.
Absolutely.
You do not have time for that bullshit. And he is not your person.
See, here's the lies that women don't believe. Why do y'all give bad advice to ladies? Because you're going to fall in love with that guy. Why do y'all do this?
And I speak from experience. I went through it, and I wasted years.
And see, she's still upset about it. That guy's still in her head. He's the alpha Chad, alpha widow. She's an alpha widow.
When I should have listened to my gut.
You know what? She's here on TikTok talking about some guy that she was always worried about. And trust me, if you were Beta Bob, she's been on several dates with Beta Bob and stuff like that. She just can't even remember his name. Or some guy she dated for like 6 months. Oh yeah, I remember you. I think I remember you. She ain't talking about him in the car.
You should never have to wonder or question.
Whoever that man was that did this to you, man, God bless him, because you're still talking about him.
Your partner. And if you are, they're not your person.
Liar.
Go.
Liar.
Keep peace here.
Liar.
Why are you doing that to yourself? Don't do it.
You think women are ever at peace there? And they love to not be at peace there. When they're comfortable and peace in their heart, they're bored and they'll leave.
Get the fuck out. Go. He's not your person.
She'll never go from that man.
Then we have the effort conversation, and this is where people are going to have different opinions. Some women want men to plan the date, make the reservation, lead with intention, and show that they are interested. Other people may prefer something more equal or casual. And honestly, both approaches can work as long as both people understand each other. But what I think these women are really reacting to is not just who picks the restaurant. It is the feeling of low effort. When a man says, "I'll let you take the lead on where we go," some women hear that as consideration. Others hear it as laziness. And that is why clarity matters. If someone does not live in the city and genuinely does not know where to go, that is understandable. But if he is using that as a way to avoid planning altogether, then it can feel like she's already doing the emotional labor before the relationship even begins. One woman handled it perfectly by giving a few options and then saying, "I'll let you take it from here." That is a good middle ground. She gave guidance, but she did not take over. And this connects to the bigger question one woman asked about chivalry. What happened to opening doors? What happened to carrying bags? What happened to planning? What happened to making a woman feel cared for? And again, this does not have to be a gender war. Some people like traditional roles, some people do not. But if someone wants a traditional dynamic where the woman cooks, cleans, supports, nurtures, and brings that feminine energy, then it makes sense that she may also want a partner who brings effort, protection, consideration, and leadership. The frustration comes when someone wants the benefits of tradition without the responsibilities of it. And that is a real conversation. Because a lot of women over 50 are no longer interested in doing wife duties for a man who is giving roommate energy. They can open their own doors, they can pay their own bills, they can put gas in their own cars, they can take care of themselves. So if a relationship does not add love, care, respect, emotional safety, and mutual effort, then what is the point? Another huge part of dating after 50 is safety and self-trust. One woman told a story about meeting a man who seemed successful and distinguished, and she was nervous about impressing him. She was worried about what to wear, how to present herself, whether she would measure up. And then when she got there, the situation was not what she expected. It was not a public club in the way she thought. It felt more private and unsettling. And she listened to herself and left. That part is important. Because dating after 50 is not just about being open. It is also about being alert. You can be hopeful and still have boundaries. You can want love and still leave when something feels off. And the lesson in that story was so clear. Sometimes we build someone up in our minds before they have earned it. We see a title, a nice profile, a polished photo, a successful career, and suddenly we are trying to measure up to a fantasy. But then reality shows up barefoot in a private room, and you realize you were giving someone status they had not actually earned with their behavior. And that is why women keep saying peace matters. Because by this stage of life, many people have already survived enough emotional chaos. They do not want to wonder where they stand. They do not want to question someone's intentions. They do not want to ignore their gut just to avoid seeming rude. One woman said, if you are always wondering
Goddamn, hurry
what
up.
someone is doing, leave. And while every situation is different, the core message is valid. A relationship should not make you feel like you are constantly invested.
All these words are ridiculous, bro. Stop. God, dog. Oh, is it going all the way to the end? Oh, it's going all the way to the end. Never mind. All right, we'll leave it there.